Wow, wasn't my hair terrible on that last one? But I wanted to talk about the Mars Pluto and the Pluto vibration, but like we're going to have a square with the sun and then the moon, Mars first, well, and then the moon second, and then the sun. And this is not, just take really good care of yourselves. Um, do radical self-care, do as much fending off of, say, the enemy, which everybody knows by now is the narcissist. If you really want to look, I mean, really, if you want to know if there's a psychopath there, check to see if that Mars squares Pluto. If the Mars squares Pluto, well, I know that in a woman's chart, see, well, I hear a lot of astrologers pointing at that, oh, it's the narcissist flare up, and that's definitely okay. So what I really wanted to talk about here while I put this video up here, there's something I needed to do with it. Oh, I wanted to edit it, but and also talk about how where Pluto is. We're just talking enough about Pluto, but it's going to start going forward for the last time and make its final entrance into Aquarius in January. It's going to just move slow and finally do it. Um, we had a little taste of it before, and I don't know about you, but I really liked the way it felt. But since it's gone back to 27 degrees, which it squares, well, it squares the United States, the time that the Constitution was signed and all that kind of stuff, so that needs to be redone. To me, it's like, well, if we don't redo it, if we don't get two constitutions, then we're kind of not being real. Well, I don't hear even any talk about it, so it's like, oh God, now what? There is powers that be on this planet. You can see. Okay, so it's not a coincidence. How that the wars would break out. The media would give everybody the sense of more stress and tension and stuff, war tensions and reasons to stress everybody out. And what has happened, I mean, really, it's like this, it's the very, see, what I know as an Aries, Hans, and this is what I was trying to mention in my last videos, is like, I'm pretty sure Aries and Cancer is, if you really want to know who the rapt is, find those people. They're probably well on their way to being buoyant enough. Right now, we have to deal with the subconscious sloshing around and not being able to just get rid of it and let go of the luggage of the Librian vibration. I don't know why we would pick on that, but it's at the south node, and it's been a problem of toxic relationships, codependent crap happening where Libra just seems to have a hard time. Um, it's a Librian subject. And then that generation, I mean, we can look into it. For me, I'm an Aries rising, and I'm thinking, oh, I definitely couldn't get involved with the last 14 years. While a lot of transitioning is going on with me personally, it's like, does it ever end, Shauna? When is that an excuse to not get in a relationship? And it's like, no, the Pluto thing, and here we are at the very last of it. And as an Aries, the Aries is the hero, and the Aries is the one that says, all right, no. You felt it now, right? You keep feeling the peak of this stress, this pressure cooker that we're in. And it's not really that it's going to get any easier. You just know that it presses through, and then you're going to reach a plateau. The plateau is that when it hits Aquarius and starts to trine the Librian generation. But right now, see, the Aries has a message for us, for you, uh, that says, this is the way it always is, right before the calm. The storm is the worst, and stick it through. Just go. If you feel like you can't go anymore, but just go farther. Do it a little more. Stick it through. Um, Really, by now you should recognize it's, kind of the way that these things go. The process of breakthrough, staying buoyant through choppy waters, I guess, is metaphors can help, but um, it's definitely taking a toll on my mind, and I just envisioned how, like, the whole thing, it's like none of anybody's business but our own as individuals. Like, how do we deal with this? Really, it's like, talk about the raft things. Like, who can we hang on to? Well, we can hang on to love. Love is the answer. And talk about that Pluto generation, the Libra generation, the one that has been affecting Pluto and really purifying. Pluto tends to purify whatever it hits, and vibrating that cardinal square, the nodes, the north and the south nodes, Aries and Libra. See that the south nodes in Libra just happens to be like that, where it's a drag. We're looking at Libra saying, will you please get out of that toxic patterning that it causes too much of a clinging is their problem. They'll cling too much. It's too much of a codependent enmeshment thing that's unhealthy. Or can it even get in a relationship at all because it's what? Bipolar and all this fucking shit like that. Libra is really doing the seesaw. That's what we're kind of having going on. Well, let alone that we have the sun in Libra right now, and we have the nodes, and it's about men and women, really. Libra rules. I'm not bagging on Libra. I mean, really, it's the most bitchin' sign, if you ask me, because it's ruled by Venus, and also it has the tinge. Libra is known to be ruled by Saturn, which I just kind of talked about Saturn in my last video. I'm trying to. I was going to talk about Saturn. Whoops, pardon my hair. Saturn, we're doing Halloween, babes, early. That's what I heard too. It's like, did you notice that with the Pluto tinge in the air, the lineup with Mars square Pluto and then Moon square Pluto just after the solar eclipse, and then Sun square Pluto, the squares to Pluto, babes. I was beginning this video. It's like, please take care of yourself, because it's not a hardy season. I mean, it's really a rough season, is what I'm saying. Not fun. If you're a late Capricorn, or any of the late Cardinals, really just take care of yourselves, because bound to have exacerbated flare-ups from what? The narcissist. You're a narcissist. Somewhere out there, they have, there is something like, okay, let me tell you about me. Did you hear me? Like, who ordered all the frequency of the trash trucks to um, uh, and I know people think it's like, God, this woman's crazy. It's like, no, this is, you can tell that it's a hit. It's like, yeah, but then what are you getting ready for? There isn't a Hilton in here. You don't need 6 trash trucks coming in 3 days a week around here, over there. Asphalt here? Who knows what the fucking neighbor's planning on doing? It's like, you guys, all I can think is like, this guy here, God, I can't believe I'm talking about this. And this is part of it, babe. It's like, we need to purge this stuff, but you know what? You need to stand up against it. Really, really, what I'm doing in front of your face is I'm just saying, look, he didn't think twice about it. It's a mistake. It's toxic. See, my point is the toxic culmination on the planet where, okay, there isn't a single person that doesn't have some kind of illness due to having been toxified out, and they don't know. A lot of people don't know. You have to control your diet to the T, as if it was a medicine. Just realize you're taking a medicine there, or you're killing yourself there. How it just depends on how conscious you're doing it. Fasting is really better than trying to figure out what to eat. Figure out how not to eat shit, all the time. Figure out why you eat. I hate to talk about this. It's like none of anybody's business, but how do we do it? I mean, medicine is all screwed up too, and like, I don't know. Are we even good for each other? Answer is no. Social media is like the most toxic thing that could ever have happened. I was just thinking, I don't know if I made this video yet or whatever, but my grandma would say, um, uh, um, eh, you know, um, it's none of anybody's business. It's no people's business. I mean, people are, uh, have their own lives, and if they're not in your life, you can't care for them, and they can't care for you. It's just and why would you let them in? It's none of their business. Period. Right? And so, but Facebook has everybody and their brother looking. We're just gonna women, including me. I know. See, as a higher up, I get a glimpse. Like, oh yeah, I know. Transparency is the best security. Let's click that over, kids. And people don't even get that. It's like, duh, I get crickets with that. And it's like, why? Because that's what the few know that they're saying. Let's get the red flag going and just make them paranoid about privacy. That keeps us on a low. That's the worst thing you can do on all levels is to censor anything because you want to get smart or you want to get stupid. How do you do that, kids? Like this? Are you getting smart like this? Or are you getting smart like this? Transparent? Not transparent. Free up storage space. Your computer is running low on storage space. Bullshit. Go put it at the CERN box and clear me up and get me going here. Thank you. Getting back to transparency. Thank you for chiming in. People on Mars are like, God, she knows so much, and that Earth is so stupid. It's like it's true. And what are you guys gonna do, Mars?